short it fresh.
Okay. Thanks a lot for that. Well, our corporation is the one that's losing a lot, and that's because it's been priced at a 32% discount. Allahabad, see, all the banks which have been priced at a discount in the swap are falling. Okay, there goes the bell, and it's a 3%, 3.5% cut. Nearly 400 points gone on the Nifty. The mid-cap's 4.2. So maybe we should work with a 400-point start. It's still at 412, 413, 414, 425 gone on the Nifty, 1400 gone on the Sensex. That's almost the first trade. 3.7 down, 3.8 down. So and the Nifty Bank about 1600 gone. That's 5.5 down. Obviously, Nifty Bank is most hurt because of the weight that banks like IndusInd, SBI, and even Yes enjoy. Of course, it's just a sea of red. It's 15 stocks in the red for one in the green. What is the brave one in the green? There's none in the Nifty at least. So IndusInd 14 down, SBI 10 down, Yes Bank 10 down, Tata Motors 10 down, Hindalco 7.7, Tata Steel 7. So metals, first it's banks, then it's metals. Obviously because Asia is down so badly that all the metals are taking it, and then comes Reliance down 5%. I mean, obviously if Reliance, ICICI are stocks that have, Reliance has a very high weightage, and if the index is down 3.5, it's also because Reliance is down 4%. Niggling worries of GRMs being very low are anyway plaguing that stock particularly. M&M, Coal India, I mean, everything is down about 4% in that list. What is down only 1% is what I'll read, and that is HUL in the green. Asian Paints down 1%, Nestle 1%, TCS 1.5%, Tech Mahindra. So techs basically have fallen less, about 1%. That's, if you please, the green area.
Okay, well, it's going from bad to worse actually. Almost 400 points now gone on the Nifty, down about 390 to be precise. The mid-cap index under a lot of pressure. It's 1:14 in favor of declines. That's the kind of pressure you're seeing. The smaller banks are getting thrashed. United Bank of India is down 20%. Allahabad Bank is down 16%. The financials, Max Financial, I was telling you, collateral damage, they're down about 12%. Nippon Life is down almost 10.5%. You have all your vulnerable names, even infrastructure stocks like GMR Infra, steel stocks like JSW Steel, Suzlon Energy, Federal Bank, Vodafone Idea, Ashok Leyland, Motherson Sumi, all down about 5 to 6%. So it's a screen full of red stocks at the moment. Hardly any stocks in the green, but I think it's the financials. The Bank Nifty is now down over 1,300 points. That's a 4.5% crack on the Bank Nifty. Yes Bank is falling really hard. 15% gone on Yes Bank, but IndusInd Bank, look at that. 11% gone on IndusInd Bank. Now, it's lost 40% of its value this year. It's going from bad to worse, Anuj.
Yeah, for starters, this 15% is temporary freeze on Yes Bank. It will fall, 40, 50, 60, whatever it will fall. There's no limit to which Yes Bank will fall. So this 15% that you're seeing, don't think that it stopped here. It's because there's a temporary freeze, 15% in futures and options.
It's again down to a 300-point cut and again down to an over 1,000-point drop on the Bank Nifty. So the bears haven't really rushed to really cover their positions. We're off the earlier lows, the 12 noon lows, but nonetheless, it's not been a staggering rally or a pullback by any stretch. Hemang Jani of Sharekhan is with us to make sense of the last few minutes of what's been again a crazy day. Hemang, are you buying State Bank of India?
Surabhi, it's very tough to really make out a case for buying in the surrounding that we are in. So I think the best case scenario that one can really look at is that if we have some positive resolution plan on Yes Bank, you might see a bit of a pop, that too if it is supported by the global markets. So the sentiment towards the financials, and more so for something like an SBI with so much of uncertainty around, I think, at best you can play for a pullback. I'm not really looking at a sustainable rally there.
Okay. Just check Dow futures, Lata. They're again down 450 points.
Yeah, I mean, there is one eye that the Indian markets will have to keep on, the Dow futures, and another eye on unfolding events. So you can't go too short. Perhaps that would also be risky. Hemang, what's the sense? Should we, would positional shorts be still safe? Or do you think that we have already reached a capitulation level?
I think in certain stocks like Yes Bank, Z, and the ones which are really down sharply, maybe 90% of the level we have already reached. But when we look at the broader market, the index level, the cut is about 9-10%, and at stocks level, it could be somewhere a little higher depending upon the beta of the stock. I don't think we should take a call that the worst is over. Maybe a bounce, and again we may start the downward journey, because things are really uncertain at this point of time.
Okay, well, we are in the last 1 minute, so very quickly, it's been an extremely roller coaster week. We were plus 130 or thereabouts on Monday, minus 50 on Tuesday, again plus 10 on Wednesday, and about minus, over 100 on Thursday, and today looks like it's definitely going to be a minus 300 or thereabouts. So very, very rocky day, and if you looked at the way the US, it's like the Dow is plus 1200, minus 700, plus 1200, minus 900. It's been an extremely rocky day. Well, the point is, as Hemang is pointing out, the biggest losers are for all to see. Yes Bank, of course, ending minus 55. So ending, it even touched single digits, now ending at about 16 rupees. Tata Motors, Z Entertainment, SBI, Tata Steel, the global facing stocks and banks, those private banks, those are the ones that are very troubled. The marquee private banks are the gainers, and so have been the autos actually. We're seeing a bit of green in Bajaj Auto and Maruti Suzuki, and that could be because rupees cheapened a lot, fallen a lot, and maybe export-oriented stocks have something good going for them.
On the mid-caps, I have not much to say in terms of positivity, Lata. Weak names included Allahabad Bank, IDBI Bank, NCC was down 7.5%. Actually, financials, look at Equitas, down 7.5% as well. RBL Bank, we've been pointing out how hard some of these stocks have been hit. Max Financial, which appears has a fair amount of exposure to Yes Bank debt, is down about 14%. Indiabulls Housing Finance, Corporation Bank, Ujjivan Small Finance. Look, absolute breakdown of confidence within the financial side of the market. That's what today has thrown up. And no such return of confidence on, let's say, airlines. SpiceJet is down 9.5%, so there's not much that's changed over there either. These are your big losers on the way down. Edelweiss has lost about 12% as well. Nippon Mutual Fund has been down. So Nippon Life India has been down about 10% as well. So lots of names on the lower side. And today has not been a day of gainers. Typically we saw a little bit of bottom fishing, some stock selection going on. Today I can't really say that. Maybe an Oberoi Realty, IGL, Cadila, but what are the gains? 0.5%, 1%?
No, actually we have to look at it for the month or for the week, because it's maybe a consolidated view. And there, okay, you have the odd Godrej consumer, which is up 15% for the week. Then there are all the pharma stocks, Biocon, Sun Pharma, all of them ending the week with decent gains. 7-8% gains, 6 to 7% gains. And then you have gains in the IT stocks. So HCL Tech also doing reasonably well. Infosys ending in the green. So that holds for the month as well. So do you think the traditional defensives, IT pharma, are going to come back to the limelight?
Yeah, what's really happening is that from the high beta names, or some of the financial names, people are actually moving towards the IT, pharma, and to some extent the consumer names or the specialty chemicals. Something like PI Industries and Aarti and stocks like those, where we've seen a bit of a relative stability. But I think till we see broader clarity on the developments like coronavirus and how this Yes Bank end game is going to look like, people would be a little more circumspect in terms of allocating more money. So you might see a bit of a churn in the portfolio levels, just keeping in mind the reality. But I don't think at this point of time we are in a position to take a broad, big call on the market as such.
Okay, well, on that note, gentlemen, we'll have to wrap up this edition of Closing Bell. Many thanks to you, Prakash and Mitesh, for giving us all the calls as well. Have a restful weekend, folks, because we'll need you back up and running on Monday. We need to take a break, but don't go anywhere, because up next, the special coverage continues. We analyze the Yes Bank fiasco and the possible rescue plan with banking stalwarts Uday Kotak, MD of Kotak Mahindra Bank, as well as Deepak Parekh, Chairman of HDFC.